Looks like I lost my favorite times. See, you've been on the mind.
Let me tell y'all about Pebbz. Pebbz has been showing her rear end. She has been getting on my nerves. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. This shit kind of boring. I think I'm okay. Alright. Hello, booktubing world. It is I, Capri Nicole, and I am back with another video. My voice already going out. I'm still sick. I feel like I'm getting towards the end of my cold though, because my throat isn't as sore and I feel like I'm getting a little bit better. But if you hear my voice is a little bit weird, that is why. In this vlog, we're going to be doing a Kindle Unlimited reading weekend. I think I've done 2 KU reading vlogs, but I want to do this thing this year where I actually finish the series that I start. I always have all these ideas of videos I want to do and I call them series, but then I only do like 1 or 2 videos, and I feel like a series is like between 3 to 5 videos at least. So I'm going to try to actually complete the series that I already have before I start new ones, because there's like 2 or 3 other series that I want to do. But the Kindle Unlimited reading weekend is basically like a 2-day reading vlog where I read a book from Kindle Unlimited and I watch a Studio Ghibli film. So as I've said, growing up I was a big Nickelodeon girl, a Cartoon Network girl, and a big Disney girl. I never really got into like anime or Studio Ghibli films until I got older. Now that they have streaming services and all these other options in order to watch these movies, I wanted to just binge them. And of course I want to take you guys along with me. So today the Studio Ghibli film that we're going to be watching is Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm really excited to watch this because it just seems cute, it seems wholesome, it seems like a good time. And being that I'm sick and I'm kind of just like trying to recover and take care of myself, I just want something that's wholesome, something that's cute. And I just want to, you know, get relaxed and reset for the new week. The book that I'm going to be reading in this vlog is going to be Guild. I've seen so many people talk about this book, but I don't really know what it's about, because as you guys know, once I hear about a book that I am interested in, every time I see a video and it's mentioned, I just mute the creator, unfortunately, because I don't want to be spoiled. I really don't want to know anything about it. I'm very impressionable. I really want to go into the book, reading it and experience it for myself. So I have seen a lot of people reading this and talking about this, but I don't really know what it's about. I know it's a fantasy book, and I think it's like a fantasy romance, and it follows like main character who I think he has like the Midas touch where everything he touches turns into gold, and I think his main character, she turns into gold or something like that. I don't really know the ins and outs of this book. I am not gonna lie to y'all, I have no idea what this book is about, but I have it downloaded on my Blossom. As you guys know, this is my Kindle Blossom, so I have it downloaded on her. So we're gonna check that out, see what it's talking about. We're gonna watch Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm about to stretch and meditate because I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I'm somebody that really enjoys meditating and journaling, and I always try to make sure I stretch. I try to include it in some of my videos because I want to get you guys, you know, up active, stretching and taking care of your body, because we are readers. Sometimes we end up sitting in the same spot for a very long time and your body needs to move. So this is the start of my day. I just got out the shower, I cleaned my house, so I'm just gonna stretch and I'm gonna meditate, and then I'm gonna cook my food for the week. I'll put up a picture of what I'm cooking because I know a lot of you guys ask me what I'm making. But this week I'm going to be making an immunity soup. So it's just a soup that has a whole bunch of vegetables in it to try to make me feel better. And I'm also going to be making a salmon bowl, which I've made before, but I really loved how it came out, so I'm going to be making that again. I've already cooked the salmon, and I'm going to just put together the soup, and then I'll put together my bowl, and then I'll be able to be free to read. On top of everything else, I'm actually in the middle of reading so many books right now. I feel like last year I had a really good balance between reading things that I wanted to read personally and reading things for content, and actually finishing the things that I was reading without having too many books that I was currently reading. But I feel like right now, because my first read of the year, I read Jujutsu Kaisen as my first book of the year, and it was just okay. I've kind of been on the search for like that book that's gonna make me really just feel like my year has jump started, and I have not found that book yet. I am currently in the middle of reading Before I Let Go, but I read a majority of this in 2022. I only have like maybe 100, well no, not even. I have like 50 pages left in this book. I've also started Icebreaker, which I feel like I might enjoy. I think it's really cute. I've started it. I'm like 60 pages into that, and then 35% into The Grim Reaper's Lawyer, but I just think it's okay. Like I said, I feel like it reads very YA. I kind of want to push through that as well so that I can get it finished up. Now I'm about to start Guild, so I'm kind of in the middle of a lot of books, but I'm just kind of in the search for the book that's just gonna like spark my 2023 off on a good note. That's what we're gonna get into. I'm gonna take you guys with me for reading, for updates, and we're just gonna hang out for these next couple of days. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you have watched any Studio Ghibli films and what your favorite is, and let me know if you have any Kindle Unlimited books that you would like me to read in a future vlog. But let's get our day started. I'll see you guys in the next clip. Bye. Okay y'all, so this is how the soup came out. I'm just letting it cool off so I can pack it for lunch, but I'm gonna eat some of it from that bowl, and then the bowl furthest away is what I have left over. It has a ton of stuff in it. It has like kale, carrots, onion, garlic, ginger, turmeric, lemon juice, vegetable broth. It has a ton of stuff that hopefully make me feel better. I feel like I'm coming towards the end of this cold, so just need some stuff to help my immune system and help my throat a little bit, you know, get everything back the way it needs to go. So I'm about to watch Kiki's delivery service. I'll see you guys in the next clip.
Sugar, you got that something special. I felt that shit right when I met you. That shit that make these instrumentals. Learning songs, I know I said it before, but I feel like I'm in love. And sugar, I can never let go. I feel that shit when both our hands hold. That shit that
Like this town more and more.
I'm getting sick to my stomach.
Maybe I have to find my own inspiration.
I told Vino I'm getting sick, huh? Sip on Vino and then it hit more. Yeah. My baby holding me down while the shroom spinning around. Towel on my mouth and then she kiss for. I hope that it's on the table. There when I'm unstable. It's the weekend, all she wanna do is listen to Abel. If you willing and able, just give me my space. I know that shit makes you anxious, but promise I'm grateful. Shawty, give me what I want and need.
Okay, so I just started reading this. I don't know, is this erotica? Because the first paragraph is already talking about sex and everybody naked. Mayhaps I should have read the synopsis so I can give y'all an actual understanding of what this is about, but I'll see y'all in an hour. I'll let y'all know in an hour what's going on, chill. Okay, so I have y'all in such a weird position, but we're gonna have to make it work. Alright, so let me update you guys on this here book. Okay, so I'm 20% into Guild and I'm gonna call it a day. This book is following King Midas, who, if you know the fairy tales and stuff like that, he has like the golden touch. Anything he touches turns into gold. And one of his like I guess, concubines, like one of his mistresses or whatever. He rescued her when she became an orphan, stopped her from being a part of sex trafficking, and he rescued her and took her under his wing, and now she lives in his castle. And when he rescued her, he turned her gold, so now her skin has a gold tint, her hair is gold, her eyes are gold, everything is gold, and she's basically only supposed to be with him. It seems like he's the one that's in charge of everything, but he is married, and I guess the lands are his wife's lands, basically trying to take over one of the other king's land. And the book is just basically him and all of his sex slaves. Like, he's just having sex with a whole bunch of women, and she's just there watching in a cage. Like, she's basically only supposed to be touched and belong to him. Like, she's like his golden prisoner, basically. That's as far as I've gotten. I'm 20% in. Nothing has really happened other than a whole bunch of people having sex. They've had a lot of meetings, and we got a little bit of her backstory, a little bit of his backstory, and apparently there's like some secret that the queen knows about. And I know the fairy tale, so I'm wondering if the fairy tale is going to tie in to this book. But she basically said, like, I know your secret. And that's where I left off at. I feel like that's a good spot to leave. 20% in, I know your secret sounds like a good spot to stop. So far, I think it's pretty good, I guess. I can't tell if this is a dark romance. I can't tell if this is fantasy. I don't know what the hell's going on. But I do not like the king. He seems like an asshole. I don't know if she's gonna escape, or if we're gonna find out more about him, or if he's gonna get some character development, or if somebody else is gonna come in like Reeson did in Court of Mr. Fury and just snatch that up. I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm really not feeling him. He really just seems very rude. Due to the current change of events, based off of decisions that he has made, I'm not a big fan of him. So I don't really know what the hell is gonna happen, but I guess I'll find out the further I go into the book. It's pretty good. I think that the writing is actually very beautiful in some parts. Like, it seems like the author does know how to write. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Kindle Unlimited books, it can be hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? You're really just in for a good time, not a long time. You don't really know what to expect. So I'm interested to see where this goes, child. I don't know. That's all I have to say. It's raining. Oh, and I have to update you guys on Kiki's delivery service. Okay, so I also watched Kiki's delivery service, and I really liked it. It basically follows this witch that goes to a new town, and she's trying to basically find herself and find where her job is going to be and stuff like that. I didn't realize that it was going to be so deep. Like, it basically is like she doesn't know what her path is going to be, and she ends up doing like this delivery service, but then she falls out of love with like flying, so she ends up losing her magical abilities, and throughout the movie she's trying to get her magical abilities back. Like, I didn't know that what was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna be like really cute, her delivering stuff. I didn't know what to expect, but I don't know, I think that was really cute. It was like something that adults can connect to. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely something that is not only for kids. I definitely could see myself watching it again. I think this is only my second Studio Ghibli film, but so far it's my favorite. I think that I would definitely watch it again. I don't know what I'm gonna watch next, but I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really beautiful, and I really liked Kiki as a character, and Gigi was funny as hell too. Like, his attitude was hilarious, so I really enjoyed that. Let me know if you've watched that movie as well. Let me know if you've read Guild. Not much else to say. I've been in the house trying to recover from this sickness, which has been so fun. So I will check in with you guys in the next clip. Okay, bye. Oh, what's up, y'all? Let me take my glasses off. This is gonna be the last day for this vlog. I'm feeling better. It's easier for me to swallow. I'm not coughing as much. This is like my third day of not taking medicine. I have a little bit of a cough. Other than that, I'm good. I do have a crook in my neck. I've had a crook in my neck for the past 3 days. I don't know why. It just will not go away. I've been using my little massager. It's simply not working, but it's okay. Let me tell you what's on the menu for today. So I have a 3-day weekend, and I'm going to be filming a lot of content during those 3 days, but today I wanted to make sure I close this vlog and get it uploaded because I already have the first half edited. We love a good productive queen. So let me tell y'all about Pebbz. Pebbz has been showing her rear end. She has been getting on my nerves. I have to keep like a temperature thing, like a thermometer inside of, not a thermometer, but like a temperature thing in her tank. And every time I put it in her tank, she always chews it. She always eats it because she just sees something floating in her tank and she thinks it's food. There is a suction thing that's supposed to stick to the tank, but it never sticks. I try to push it on there so the suction stays. It doesn't. She sees something floating in her tank and she eats it. She continues to eat it even though she tastes it and I'm sure she's like, this is not food. She continues to eat it and then ends up breaking the wire. So she did that today. I have no idea what her temperature is, but I do have her little heater on, so she's good. Also, because I had to get her new tank because her other tank was leaking, this one's wider, so her basking area does not fit on top of the tank the way the other one did because it's too wide. So I've been on the hunt to find her a basking area. Someone suggested at a pet store that I just put a cover over the aquarium and like let her come out and like bask and put like basically was like a cover for the aquarium and then putting the light over the tank so she could just like sit on top of the aquarium. Pebbz is rowdy, okay? She is simply not going to just sit on top of that tank and bask in the sun. Like, she's gonna be trying to run around, she's gonna be trying to look over the edge, she'll be on the ground. So I can't do that, that's not safe. So I did see this bigger basking area, but when I went to go get it, I went to Petco, out of stock. I went to PetSmart, out of stock, and I went to Pet Supermarket or something like that. They didn't even have it. So they don't be caring about turtles, child. I'll be having to fight for my life. My mom told me to look on Amazon, which is what I should have done, but I wanted to see it in person to see if it was big enough because she's a big turtle. So like, she's not a baby. I need to make sure that what I'm paying for is something that she can fit and that fits her tank. So that's why I was looking for places in person. Still haven't found anything. So I was like, let me just give my girl some decor. So I got her some more rocks. I was trying to find the really big bag of rocks, which I saw the last time I went to the pet store. Of course, they didn't have it when I went to go get it this time. So I just got her like rocks and I got her a couple more things for decoration. I don't know, but I'm just trying to zhuzh up my girl's tank and she really just is showing her ras. So since she doesn't have a basking area, she still has her basking area from her last tank, which she used to climb into herself, and which is why y'all will see her deep diving into her tank and making all that damn noise. I can still use it. I've been taking her out on Fridays, which is today. I've been taking her out on Fridays to let her just dry off for a few hours, but she tries to escape out of the damn thing. I don't know why. It's the same exact basking area that she climbed into all the time, but for some reason when she's on the ground and I put her in the basking area, she's trying to find a way out. So I had to put something heavy on top of it so she will not flip. She's trying to break out. Like, she's trying to break out. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all where she at and what she doing, child. Okay, because I can show you better than I can tell you. Look at her. Look at her. Yep. Look at her trying to. What are you doing? Oh, now you're trying to act like you don't know what you're not doing nothing? Ma'am. What are you doing? Hello? What are you doing, ma'am? She keeps trying to peek her head out of here to see how she can escape. Look at her. A menace. And she was just like pushing this up, so I put this like shelf thing here to stop her from pushing it. But this is the ghetto-ness we have going on right now because Pebbz don't know how to act. She keeps pushing up. She keeps pushing this up, but I'm just trying to make sure she gets at least, you know, a couple hours in the sun, because she just don't know how to act. Look at her trying to escape. I just want to make sure her shell is still healthy. But child, let me show y'all what I got for her. I got her this. Child over there acting crazy. I got her some rocks. I don't know if it's gonna even fill the bottom of that tank. I was trying to find the bigger bag, but I just got her stuff that it all matches. And I got her a little octopus. How cute. Okay, so this is a little octopus. So that's everything that I got her. I'm gonna probably put the rocks in, put this stuff in, and take the other stuff that I got her out. And I'm also gonna look on Amazon to see if I can find a basking area for her and a better thermometer thing, because she keeps eating the ones I keep putting in there. So that's that. Now, as far as reading goes, do you hear her? She is a menace. Yes, I'm speaking about you. I'm currently reading, let me go grab the book while Pebbz isn't here. I'm about to put her back in her tank. It's been at least maybe like 2 hours. So I'm currently reading Icebreaker, which is also a KU book. I just bought it physically because I think the cover is absolutely adorable. So I'm currently reading that and Guild. So I'm probably gonna do like a couple of reading sprints. I'll probably do like an hour and a half just so I can get a good dent into Guild, because I still, listen, I'm blue right now. I still don't know what the hell is going on in that book. Like, it was just a whole bunch of people having sex and a whole bunch of lead up to things that are about to happen. So I think like a good hour and a half sprint will put me into understanding what's going on with that. And then I'll show y'all Pebbz tank, and then I'll close the vlog, because the KU vlogs are supposed to be shorter for my short vlog girlies. So that's that. Check in with you guys in the next clip. Bye. Pause. Alexa. Alexa. Pause. Girl, you better act like you know who household this is. Don't play with me. Alright, let's get the little heathen. Look at her. Doing the most. I put the little rocks in. It's not enough, child. I really hope I could find. Look at her. Pebbz. Oh my god. Ma'am, are you done? Chill. Look at her already knocking stuff over. But I put the little leaves here. I put the octopus here. So it's like this. But I need more rocks. I need to see if I can find like 2 of those like jumbo bags, so that we could fill it more. But I put the reef over here in this, well, you can't see it because it's dark over here. Look at her. I put the reef over there in that corner because she likes to be over here, and she also has some fish. So that is the update on Pebbz doing the most. Look at her. She gonna dig that up. I know she is. Ma'am. Ma'am. Hello? Oh, she got an attitude? That's what this is? You got an attitude? Do you have an attitude? Not the attitude, child. Okay. Alright, Miss Ma'am. Been a while since I've had the fairy lights going, but just want to set the mood. Definitely not leaving the lights off because I will fall asleep.
I'm getting sick, huh? Sip on vino and then it hit more. Yeah. My baby holding me down while the shroom spinning around. Towel on my mouth and then she kiss for. I hope that it's on the table. There when I'm unstable. It's the weekend, all she wanna do is listen to Abel. If you willing and able, just give me my space. I know that shit makes you anxious, but promise I'm grateful. Shawty, give me what I want and need, so she can get just what she want from me, even if just a bit of company. Yeah. Of company. Sugar, you got that something special. I felt that shit right when I met you. That shit that make these instruments.
I ain't even gonna hold y'all. This shit kinda boring. I feel like I'm 26% in. Okay, let me give y'all a little update. Ain't an update shit. I'm 26% in. Nothing's happened. I'm bored. It's a whole bunch of like fake deep quotes. I'm over it. I feel like this night something's going to happen, so I'm trying to push through, because I feel like when this event happens, there's gonna be a dinner and she's supposed to be like performing, or she's supposed to be like, she's basically like the war prize for this coup they're trying to do. And Midas is basically selling her off to someone else. And I feel like tonight is the night that something's going to happen, and I hope so because I'm bored. We almost 30% in and ain't shit happened. Something needs to happen. So I'll check in with y'all once this hour goes by and we hopefully get somewhere in this story. Take my glasses off. Alright, y'all. My hair might look a little bit crazy because I was laying in the bed, but I'm here to close the vlog and update you guys. I got about, I'm gonna say 40%. I got 40% into it. 35% of the book, nothing happened. It simply was a build up to a big event that I was able to figure out within the first couple chapters. I fell asleep. I was bored to the gods. Very bored, giving very much yawn. I don't know why this book was so hyped. Okay. Since the big event happened, if the rest of the book is just gonna be her continuing to fawn over Midas the king and fawn over being his little pet in a cage, I don't think it's for me. She was like an orphan after her parents were killed and stuff like that. He took her in. They slept together when she was in fact 15. It's all just very weird to me. Like, she's just giving me prisoner slave just giving me prisoner slave tease. I don't know if the rest of the book is going to just be their romance together, and if it is, I don't know if I can do it. I don't really like him. I don't understand her infatuation. I mean, I feel like I understand her infatuation with him because he rescued her and she's kind of like in awe with him, but I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about her, you know, talking about my king this, my king that. Oh, I love him so much. Baby, hang it up. Hang it up. Y'all know how I get when I don't like stuff, so I don't want to rant about this book. But I'm not feeling her. She was just boring because I'm 40% in. If the other 60% is just going to be their romance, I think I'm okay. And just like some of like the wording in this is just weird. Like the women are called saddles. That is not sexy to me. Just the way the whole setup is, where she was like so much younger than him when he, you know, rescued her, and it kind of still feels like she still has that mindset of like when she was 15 and she was rescued by him, because it still has that like hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? It still has that same hierarchy of her being rescued by him and infatuated by him and obsessed with him and whatever, and he's like this ultimate amazing king. It's not giving. It's not giving. It's boring as shit. And I don't want to read about it, but I'm going to finish the book so I can, you know, rightfully drag it if I continue to not like it. I'm sad that the vlog has to end this way because I thought I was going to like this. I thought it was going to be a good sexy time, but it just seems like that's all it's going to give. So I don't have much else to say. I'm sorry that the vlog is ending on a bad note, but we're going to go ahead and wrap it up before I start ranting because y'all know how I get. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog for the most part. Let me know if you've read this book. Let me know if you've watched Kiki's delivery service. I hope everyone's 2023 is going well so far. Mine's has not been the best so far, but we're gonna hope for the best. We're gonna hope for the best, okay? I will say that I am enjoying Icebreaker. I'm over 50% into that book, and I am enjoying it. So that is a good thing. I thought I was going to enjoy it. I'm excited because I really love the cover. I have a few gripes with it, but for the most part, I really am enjoying the romance. If you follow my Instagram, you already know how I feel about it. But that's all I have to say. I will see you guys next week. Always remember, read a book, keep your life interesting, and I will see you next time. Bye.